How you doing, YouTube? It's I, another bearded gamer, back again, once again, after a very long hiatus. For those who've been missing my content, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. There has been reasons. I moved house, I started a new job. A lot has happened since the last time I've uploaded a video. I did have videos recorded to be uploaded. I never got around to actually get them set up to be uploaded while I was working, but it doesn't matter. So it's a bit of a treat for yourselves and for myself. What I'm doing, as you can see in the background, is building the property I moved to, and I'm now living in The Sims 4. And the reason for this is that I was racking my brain of how am I going to reintroduce what I've done in this, to you all about what I've been doing for the last month and a half, nearly 2 months now. How can I best show you? And I thought the best way of showing you would be by building my house in The Sims. I initially was live recording all of this. Hence the movement and me talking about I was picking the staircase going, okay, I want to start with the stairs because I wanted to make sure I made the size large enough of the house but not too large. End up realising as the build went further along, I've had to make the property bigger in The Sims just because it's The Sims. I can't fit everything in like it's fitted in my house, but hey ho, it doesn't matter, I'm happy. So at this point, I'm figuring out. So you can see where I put the bathroom and the other rooms upstairs. And this is where I'm resizing. And okay, actually, no, I know my property isn't this wide in real life. I just know it isn't. So I'm shaking around going, okay, how am I going to get this fit? How am I going to fit this? I've decided from the get-go, the first room I was going to build was the bathroom. My bathroom is a really good basis for The Sims because it gives me a rough idea of how big every other room needs to be and the rest of it. So we have a bath shower combo in my house. So I was like, okay, and my bath reaches from one wall to the other, so that sets the sizing up for the rest of the house. As you can see, it took me a while to figure out how exactly to fit everything in. For those who are curious, I made it this far, and thank you for surviving 2 minutes into this video with my annoying voice. The Sims, what I've decided to do is the Sims videos that are left for Rags to Riches, I'm going to collate them into one massive, over 2 hour long video, put them up together like that, so that means they're out of the way, and I'm going to start a brand new Sims series following the children from our Rags to Riches Let's Play. We'll be basically following them as they go through university and get them prepared for the next pack that comes out in November. Because what I want to do is get them ready and prepared to move into that town, so they're going to have a university life, get really good degrees and the rest of it, make their parents proud that they've gone to university and go from there. So we'll worry about that as it comes out. I'll explain what I'm doing in that video when it comes out. So as you can see, that random square in the house I built by the bathroom, because I put the mirror in that we've got in the bathroom. The reason we've got a random square there is that normally is where my boiler is in this house. And I was thinking, going, okay, I'll leave that space there because I know I need that space for a boiler. You can't put a boiler in for Sims that I could find, whatever, let's fuss about. So where I'm building right there is the room I am recording in, because this is a 3-bedroom property I'm living in. And one of the bedrooms, me and my beautiful fiance went, okay, we're going to make this a gaming room. So this is going to be like our spare quote-unquote bedroom for where guests can come visit. But most of the time, it will be known as my man cave. It's my man room. So this is me planning out the size of the room, going, okay, let's count along based on the sets of drawers we've already got in this room as a basis for how large this room needs to be. So the first priority I thought was, okay, what I'm going to need to set it first is the thing I'm actually using to record this and do the videos and do the rest of it, my desk. You'll be surprised how long it took me to find a desk. Because my desk, unlike the Sims desks, where they've got the boxes on the right hand side, but everything for my storage is on the left hand side. So I went for ages going, okay, which one should I choose? And I had to pick the perfect chair. Gladly, where I've got all the packs, minus Star Wars. I'm not going to get into that because Star Wars is bad. Cash grab there, much EA. Anyway, where I was basically, due to them me having most packs, I was able to get it's a very similar chair to one I actually am sitting in, which is quite a comfortable chair. The next thing I'm setting up is my bookcases. In this room, I have a lot of books. I have 3 bookcases, and 2.5 of them are full of my books, and half of them is full of my fiance's books. I don't have a book problem. You have a book problem, okay? I'm looking at the books now while recording this, and I have a lot of books. I really should sort out my books at some point. So I was digging through all these books, trying to find the bookcase that looks most accurate to the size bookcase, colour-wise and the rest of it, to the ones I actually have currently. As you can see, it took me a while. And I was like, okay, putting the door into where the actual door is in the room. How that doesn't look at right, because how about there, how about here? Let's make the room a bit smaller to allow for it. Okay, yeah, this took me a while to figuring out spacing, figuring out where everything's going to sit. And after a while, I was like, okay, let's put in the set of drawers, 2 sets of drawers that we have in here. And I was like, okay, that's brilliant. I like it. It looks good. What else can I do? Well, I know eventually we're going to have a bed in this room. We haven't got a bed in here yet because we've just moved in. It's something we're going to start eventually. And I went, well, if I'm going to put a bed in, let me rejig the room around to make it look like as if the bed's always been in here. So I know for when we eventually do get a bed in this room, how we could sort of set up the room so people, if they want to stay over, or if I've been kicked out of the main bedroom, how people can sleep. So that was fun. I figured out, okay, that is basically all the basic necessities within this room now. Let's move on to my main bedroom. This is where The Sims not having any proper wardrobes really wound me up. What is so hard? What is it, an American thing where they don't have proper wardrobes? Because all I've got is in that little alcove is a nice sized wardrobe with a little bit of space on each side. But because we're in The Sims, we don't have a nice sized wardrobe. I've just stuck in that generic wardrobe, which is a nice big wardrobe that fills up the entire space. And then next to that, on that wall, which we're going to get now, is we've got another wardrobe. I put the dresser in first. So yeah, we've got a king size bed. Where The Sims, all beds are technically doubles, not king size. Trust me, I noticed the difference. Yeah, it makes it a little bit dodgy about fitting it in. I had to do a bit of alt movement in because honestly, to get everything fitted in, I was worried that I wasn't going to get the extra wardrobes I've got against the wall near the bed actually fitted in. Gladly, it's all worked out and it all fits in. Bit of a spoiler that, but it's okay. It's fine. Oh, so if you had that, people, I've just stuck my phone on charge. So it took me a while. Technically, we've got 2 single wardrobes, but Sims, don't have single wardrobes. I tried to see if there was a matching wardrobe. There wasn't. I went, okay, that's fine. That's close enough. Whatever else I got in this room. And I was looking around for another dressing table. There's a small set of drawers that looks nice and matches what we've already got in there. And you can tell me I was looking around for ages to try and find one that works. I did with that, and then I realised, oh yeah, we do have a window, and the window will be a good basis for everything else in. Please say I moved that window because that window's technically off, but that's fine. Actually, is it? Yeah, Sims and real life don't always match up. So then obviously we have our laundry baskets in the room. I had to get a blue laundry basket. I remember telling you this because I was during this time doing my audio while building because I was trying to think I was just going to record it all together. Then I made a nearly 2-hour video that I'm now. Excuse me, a 2-hour video that I've had to slow down. So that blue basket, the reason why it's blue is because I've had this fabric basket for the last 5 years and I will refuse to get rid of it. So right, this is the third and final bedroom. It's the smallest room we have. And we're going to use it as an art room. My fiance is an artist. She did an art degree, loves doing her art, always going to do art. And I realised I want to get an easel in there. And a bed, because eventually we are going to put a futon in there. For those who don't know what a futon is, it's like a fold-down bed. It's a really cheap, easy bed. And I realise Sims doesn't have that, so I might as well use a Murphy bed, because it gives you the same experience. Well, I think it does anyway. So now I was saying, okay, right, it's really stark in here. Let's put some windows in, so I have a better idea of what, a better sight for the actual layout and stuff, so I can see what everything looks like. Then I realised I forgot to put a banister down. Sims, can you really sort out your banisters, please, and make them a little bit clearer on which banisters match up to what? The amount of time I spent trying to find banisters that match the same colours to the staircase. Just no. This was difficult and annoying and frustrating. I think I just accepted that it wasn't going to be the same. I think that is actually the same colour looking at it. Then I had a quick look for a boiler to see if I could stick a boiler into that little space and explaining what that space is for and why I want it and why I want a boiler in there, but Sims doesn't seem to have a boiler. Then I looked back at the bathroom and went, the bathroom doesn't look exactly how it should be. And this is where I was going. I wish we could build walls on the half spaces. Because imagine all the creative stuff we could do if we could build on half spaces. Hey ho, can't do it. It means the bathroom's a little bigger than it should be. Put a mirror into that room in the hallway because we just have a random mirror in the hallway. Might move it at some point, but don't know. This is where I realised my downstairs section is slightly off. Because we have a coat stand in the corner front when you walk in and a nice set of drawers. So this is where I've gone upstairs and gone, oh wait, I've made the bit upstairs larger, but I've not made it down, or I've not realised yet. Basically, I've realised I made the upstairs larger and I haven't made downstairs the same size as upstairs yet. It's fine. I'll notice eventually. So that little space that I just built a wall in for is our kitchen. And my kitchen is actually smaller than what we've got in Sims, but because Sims had to do a bit of a rework, because, you know, everything's had to be reworked in Sims, as I've said. So this is, I mean, I'm putting all the counters, and I realised that our counters aren't actually that size. So I've got to remember, how am I doing? Oh yeah, then I put my fridge in, because the fridge goes in. We've got the fridge there. There we go. So that was me pausing it, going, okay, I found the size counter I want. Can I put them in? So we sort of had those half counters where we live, but they're up against the wall, like, obviously, but we can't do that in Sims. This is me trying, if I'm dangling, going, okay, what happens if I try this counter? Can I do it this way? Can I do it this way? Can I do it this way? No, this doesn't work. Then I deactivate move objects, because okay, if I deactivate move objects, I'm not going to put counters where they can't actually go, and it's going to look less dodgy. It means if I wanted to, I could use this in The Sims. Probably never will, because it's not built to be used for The Sims. It's just showing you where I live. And this is where I'm looking at my fridge, moaning that the freezers we've got in Sims are American, with the freezers at the top and not at the bottom. Because in the UK, all our fridge freezers, well, most of the fridge freezers, and the ones I've overused, the top half is the fridge and the bottom half is the freezer. Don't know why. Heat rises, but whatever. So that was the basic fridge I put in. Then I was going, oh yeah, we have to leave space underneath the stairs, because there's a little storage unit underneath there. This was the exciting thing. I refuse to use extractor fans in Sims. I don't see the point of it. They're just there for decoration. And I went, well, because I've got one in my flat, I've got to put one in. Then I was trying to put in the cupboard. What I wanted was a nice little side cupboard that was half the size of the regular set of the upper cupboards. Could I find one? No. Could any fit in? No, because yet again, The Sims doesn't allow for true immersion. Much to my frustration. But it is what it is. Then I was decorating it, going, okay, I need to find... I've got these little white set of drawers. If you know what IKEA is, we bought them from IKEA. We're meant to be bathroom drawers, so now we're using them in the kitchen because they're usable both. They match the colour scheme. Everything's white, of course it is. It just works. And you would not believe how long, you can tell, I spent forever looking through this again and again, going, where are these shorts? Where are these shirts? Where are these shirts? Where are these shirts? I just want a set of shelves. I did find a pair. And then I lost them. And then this is me digging back through them, trying to find the set of shelves that go on the floor that could be used exactly how, just used as a generic storage thing. I spent forever looking for them after I've lost them. I can't believe, it was really, really bad that I lost them. I got really annoyed. I was trying to look for everything, like what could be good. Technically, they're a shelf, but Sims doesn't have it in a shelf. And then it's like, that's way too big, that's way too small, that only goes on the wall, that doesn't really look like what we've got. There we go. That eventually I found it. Technically, that is a bathroom shelf for Sims, but it does the job. It looks exactly what I need. So then finally, we move into the front room. This is where I got a little bit confused. I forgot that love seats are 2-seaters and then sofas are 3-seaters. Was it the other way around? I've forgotten already. But yeah, we've got some really nice leather sofas that my parents gave me, and I wrote in leather sofa, and those were the. Actually, to be honest, there are better sofas in there now. I'm looking. Actually, no. Yeah, that's what I wrote in leather to find leather sofa. These are the only quote unquote leather sofas that Sims has in their availability in their entire massive roster of things. Like, who would have thought they only had 2 leather sofas? Weird, right? But anyway, so I put them in and realised that actually the room needs to be resized, and that means I can get rid of the. Oh, did I do that and not realise? Yeah, changed the shoe rack. Realised that the living room needs to be a little bit bigger. We're sizing this up. So we've got a coffee table and a fireplace. But the fireplace we've got is this really small on the wall one, not this massive one The Sims has. So I was looking for all of them going, what is the closest realistic one we've got? So I put that one in as a stand-in. And trying to get it all lined up and making it matching to what we've got in the house. Then I was like, okay, I've done like that. There you go. That is honestly the closest I'm going to get for in Sims. This is what I find cool. That isn't what my TV stand looks like. But those did change colours in the final build. I might put this up on the gallery. I might not. I probably won't, because I don't think anyone really wants to have the house I live in available to play in. It's not that, yeah. But basically, that TV stand changes to black and the TV changes to white. I have forgotten to do that. I might show you after this voiceover and this video is done with, to show you what it looks like. I might not. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. So then I'll put in some French doors. We've got some really nice French doors at the back of our house, leading to the garden. It's a real nice setup. And I was trying to find doors that worked. that actually was quite easy. Next is the dining table. Our dining table isn't that long, but it still seats 4 people because it's one of those dining tables where you can pull out and you can sit more people. But yeah, I had to do what I could do in The Sims. The colour scheme's off, but it's hard to find the colour scheme I actually have in The Sims. Then I moved into the front room. Technically a front garden, which isn't really, it's a front garden, but if you live in the UK, you know that most modern houses, front gardens aren't very big. So we've got a brick front garden, brick fencing around the front of our house. It's not very big, it gets the job done. And that's about, to be honest, did that for doing that first time. I'm impressed with myself because that's about the size we've got. Then I realised, we've also got, I don't park on tarmac. And even for my fiance and I, we don't park on tarmac. We park on cobblestone. Well, it's not even cobblestone. It's basically on stone of some variety. And we've got these shrubbery on the left hand side. These massively tall hedges that have just been grown in to give us some privacy from our neighbours. And I spent ages looking for relevant shrubbery that would basically represent the side of our garden, the divide between my house and my next door neighbours. Realistically, I should have moved my house closer to the edge of the lot, but this works for the sake of convenience. Yet you wouldn't believe me that I had to Google how to move objects up and down and BB move objects because I never knew, because I never do it, because I don't really, for anyone who's watched my Let's Plays, I don't really like moving objects around like that unless they've got practical use, but because this is more of a stylized build, I've got to learn how to do it, and So I got the shrubbery in because that's about as far back as it goes. That should fit about 2 cars in if The Sims ever introduce cars in, but they don't. And this is where I realised The Sims doesn't have very good back garden fences, at all. And we have got your traditional back garden fence. People can't see you can't see what's happening in our garden. We can't see what's happening in other people's gardens. There's a 5-foot fence. Actually, no, it's bigger than that, 6-foot fence. And Sims doesn't have one, so that is the closest we've got in The Sims to having the fence we've got. I put in a generic fence because then I realised, technically our fence comes in at an angle at the end, and I can't get the exact angle I want. So I did a bit of an angling, bit of cheesing, and was like, okay, that will do. Looking at it now, that should have gone way further up. But hey, it gets the job done. You guys get the gist of it. We've got a shed. I know this sounds like rambling, but I'm literally going on from what I'm doing there in the house. So we've got a shed. Does Sims have a shed of any kind? Considering I've got seasons installed in anything, do we have a shed? No. And I know it looks really ridiculous. I literally built that as a shed. I was like, okay, that can be our shed. That's going to work. It gets the job done. What I'm doing now is that we used to have a real nice patio when we moved. Well, when we signed for the house, we had a patio. But that patio was so rotted and ruined and the rest of it. Our landlord done, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't know what I'm going to replace it for. And we're like, cool, replace it for whatever. We just want to actually have a nice garden we can use whenever the British weather improves. He said to us, okay, what I'm going to do after talking to people to get it done, I'm going to change it for putting some stones down and some pebbles down. And we were like, sure, whatever. Still hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what colour it's actually going to be. So I've just done a rough estimate of colouring. What has happened here? I've just ran video, pause second there. I don't know what happened there, guys. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I was looking at different shrubberies because I found out what the photo of the front of my house actually looks like. So I googled what my house looked like. I went, okay, what type of shrubberies do we have in the front? Okay, right. Realised that I forgot the door. Actually, no, I didn't get the photo up yet. I can't know why that was. I must have paused. I probably got distracted by something. But anyway, realised that I need a front door. Put a random door in, get the job done, get some bushes, massive bushes in. Then I realised, we've got these little, I can't call it a front porch, but it is sort of like a front porch. It's a front area that's a covered area. So for when we are trying to get into the house, if it's raining, we're not going to get wet because we have a nice little overhead area. It's really nice. I was trying to get a colour that sort of matches the rod we have in, and one that looks similar, because Sims has got a lot of options, I'll give them that, but not what we're looking for. Alright, this is where my lack of building experience comes in, because what I wanted to do was build, get a roofed section on there, so that means then it'll just be a flat area that I could build the roof off, and it is sort of what we've got in real life. Could I figure out how to do it? Could I? Heck, I could not figure out a way of finagling it up there. And I was like, what happens if I put it up on the roof and then try and move it down? No, that doesn't work. What happens if I put it there, drag it out, and then move it down? Doesn't work. It only stays on the level you put it on. So I was like, okay, right, what happens if I build out from the bathroom and then build it in round that way? Yeah, I can. For those who are more experienced builders than I am, you'll realise it doesn't work. So I was like, okay, I'll rebuild that in. Then I realised, wait, the roof's missing. Let me just rebuild that in. That's fine. I don't realise for a little bit longer that I've not built it big enough. Don't worry, I do know it's at some point. Right now, I'm focusing on getting the roof in, because we've got a little bit of a lower roof down section to cover it. And realistically, we don't have a proper canopy at the top. We have like proper walled side bit on that. It's like more of a nice bit of edging. So I was trying to figure out a way of doing it so it looks more how we've actually got it. Couldn't do it, so I was like, okay, what if I just leave the floor in and put the roof in by itself? It works, because then there's a little bit of thing I learned from James Turner YT, and I was like, okay, so what if I put the roof in the building and then just move it out and then finagle the roof around and make it look more realistic? Getting actual both pillars in and going, okay, this doesn't work right, let's make the roof a little bit longer, so that means we can make it look like it's going to work. Then I remembered, I don't step onto grass, I step on the patio, got to fix that. Then I was like, oh yeah, the edge the trimming looks off. It looks more close to the actual trimming I've got. So guys, I think this is when I realised that the ground floor was not the same size to the actual upstairs. And I was like, okay, I've got to bring that fence out, bring the fence to make it look more realistic, make it more accurate. Now I've got to recolour it all. And I was like, okay, what is the actual colours I've used? Oh god, this bit. I was trying to repaint the grass in, and then me realising that the base grass, I can't find the original grass to rebuild it. And I was like, you know what, screw it, doesn't matter, I'm just going to make it all this one grass colour now, so it's all at least matching what it needs to be. I'll colour it in all the same, and then just draw it back in again. Boom. It's a bit sloppier I've drawn it back in, but it's like, that's more realistic to how like life is. Life isn't as clean cut as I was initially doing. I was thinking about, do I do it all the way? Because technically I've got pavement in front of my like a little bit of a path in front of my house, and I was like, actually no, I'm not going to draw that in. I'm just going to leave it as you just got to walk up my house, drive my front way, just deal with it. Then I was trying to get the mirror or the window that matches the windows we've got at my house for the kitchen, because the kitchen windows are slightly different colours. Well, they're slightly wider, but the windows I was using, we didn't have a a tripled window. Then I realised, oh yeah, what have I forgot in the bathroom? The sink. Then I was looking for a dish rack, because we have got a dish rack, and I was then trying to put all the little appliances, there we go, that's the word. Oh god, trying to put the appliances in. Could I put this microwave in the corner like I have it? Because I normally have it again. See how it's sitting on that, whatever it's called, side there? That is how it sits in the corner at my house. But because it's The Sims, I could not figure out for the life of me how to finagle it in. I was like, okay, what happens if I do it this way and then drag it up and put it on? Nope, instantly snaps to the wrong one. I was like, oh my god. Can I get it on an angle? Shall I leave it as an angle? Yeah, I just left it at an angle because, yeah, annoying as hell. I have a spice rack in the corner. We do also have a toaster in the corner, but they don't have toasters in Sims, do they? At this point, for some reason, the camera decided to glitch out on me, and then I realised, wait, why is there a roof issue? Let me just fix it and just deal with that in a sec. I think I was an hour and 15 minutes in, a bit less than that actually, about an hour and a half in. Less than, about an hour in at this point, probably a bit more, and I was getting fed up. I was like, I'm so done. Why is this not going like I want it to go? So we've got a white tiled bed. Like, you're gonna notice everything's white, because that's what everything is in this house. Every wall is, I think, it is white / magnolia. So I'm going to paint all the walls to look exactly how they should be. Clicking around, making sure it all looks presentable how it looks actually is. Trying to get the correct brown floor we've got, because we've got like an older brown floor in this house. It was difficult, mate. It was so annoying. Then we've got a white tiled, like the tiles are white in kitchen, and it's the same in the bathroom. Bit of a spoiler. And I was looking around going, what have I missed in The Sims? What's the one thing I'm missing? I'm missing lights. Yeah, I'm looking for the little sources. You know, the little sources that Sims released, and then they made the really small versions. I didn't realise that I still had the white colour filter on, and I was like, oh my god, why isn't this working? Oh wait, now it's working. Oh, I'm such an idiot. So I was like, well, let's just throw light into everywhere. I'm not going to put lampshades in, because to be honest, we've just got bare lights in this house, because we don't like any of the lampshades that were in it, so we took them all out. So I just made sure it all looks presentable, so I know what each room actually is white, because that's what it is. Everything's as it should be. It took me so long to get it right, honestly. I'm like, ugh, with myself, just for how long it took. Make sure the bathroom looks exactly like it should, and then didn't I change the bathroom size to actually make it the correct size? No, devastating. But then now I'm looking for the brown carpet. We've basically got this like beige carpet in the rest of the rooms, and this dark brown carpet in like the room I'm in now. And to be honest, it's actually quite a close colour to the colour in the carpet. It's really weird. You can tell it's like a different carpet that wasn't their intention, like originally. Then that's basically the brick colour of the house. I was like, okay, we're getting close to the end of here, where I'm just doing like the final touches. This is where I got the colours, when the colour of the windows wrong. I thought all the colour of the windows were brown. They're not. They're actually white. But that's something I do fix, don't you worry. Oh, this bit. The roof doesn't come that far out on the edge in real life, but because where the barriers, like, I got the pillars there, I wanted the pillars to look nice. And I was like, you know what, damn it, let's get it in. At this point, I realised I didn't, sorry for the random cut. That's because I realised I didn't know what the roof looked like. So then I Googled what our roof looks like. And I was then trying to fan angle it to make it look like, so the roof looked more realistic to what the roof actually is in real life. Yeah, this took me a while. This was so annoying and so frustrating to get done correctly. And yeah, and I got to the point of where, you know what? You guys would appreciate me just getting most of it correct. And this one I looked at, still fixing that front roof. It took me so long to fix. And I was like, okay, let's just make it really short because that's realistic where we've gone. It doesn't block up the window. Because I was realising there's meant to be a window in our bathroom and I haven't put one in yet. And it's only a single window, but it's still enough to get ventilation in and the rest of it. And I was then looking around going, okay, all the windows are white. Now I've got to refix the garden from when I changed it. That is going to be more accurate to what I expect it to be when we get the gravel put down. So I decided to go fix up the garden, make it presentable. We've got nothing in our garden currently. Like, we don't even have a proper washing line. We just have one we pull out and we stick in. It's a weird setup we've got. And I've got to paint in the grass because I need to find out if there is actually the terrain paint of the same coloured grass, because it annoys me that it just didn't work. But yeah, that is The Sims. It is what it is. What am I doing now? Is this the done and me finished with it? I think this is the finished product of me looking at it going, let's look at the house and the rest of it to make sure it's all correct. Good, yeah, I just was checking around to make sure it's all right. And this is where I was like, okay, I'm going to show you guys exactly how it looks. So making sure I got all the things right. This is basically the property I live in. And with like the front room, with the coat rack, that's technically the wrong colour, so I didn't change it. Look around the kitchen, it was a little bit bigger, but I can't help it. Realising there's actually no doors. Front room, oh god, front rooms. Then I realised, oh wait, the front room needs to be rejigged about to make it actually fit in how it's meant to fit in. And it looks so much better after the quick rejig. It looks so nicer. Then I realised, so we have a clock up. And there's also one thing I'm missing, which was cork boards. We have 2 cork boards, like inspirational, like daily cork boards that we just stick on the wall. In the one in the kitchen, one in the front room. So we've got like, there's like any little things, we've got them there. Bins. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the bins, because bins are something so easily forgettable in The Sims. Now, this is the point, I'm just trying to make it more realistic for like, as if I was going to use it as a save file, what you would need, like as a proper house to be used in a Let's Play, what you need in it. But yeah, so guys, this is basically what my house looks like. What do you all think? I think I've done really well. This is like the final touching up. I think it looks really awesome. I really like what we've done. God, it's just look at this. Oh yeah, and I realised there's a little lamp. Basically, my computer is sat next to my desk, and I put a lamp on top of it, so that means I don't have to put the main light on. Just because where I'm at the back, I don't get all the daylight. So now I was picking through the lamps, trying to pick a nice lamp. Then I looked at the set of drawers, going, "Do I want to change those set of drawers? Those aren't really like the nicest set of drawers." I was like, "Nah, it's fine." This is when I finally realised the bathroom's wrong, and I was like, "Okay, let's fix the bathroom. Make sure the roof isn't broken." That one tile. Oh my god, the figuring out how to put that one tile in, so that means it doesn't destroy everything. Yeah, that took me a while. But anyway, guys, we are nearly done with the recording, so I'm going to say goodbye to you now. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and the rest of it. And people, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.